Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is 9/11, September 11th, 2011. It's my son Charlie's birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Mama loves you very, very, very much. So, I just wanted to tell you happy birthday. And I'm expecting what we see on this, guys. Rate 1.8. The reason for expectation? I ate white bread yesterday. First time in, I don't even know when. I can't remember the last time I had bread. It made me sick because it got stuck right in my chest here. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. Tuna sandwich. Imagine that. Tuna sandwich, and to eat some Cornish pasties and some tiny sausage rolls and some cheese with pickle on picnic sticks, toothpicks. I was at a party during which time I still snacked on my 10 points that I took on the fishing tournament with me. I had taken a pack of chicken breast, which was 3 points. I'd taken 1 pepperoni stick, 1 hot one, which is 3 points. 2 Laughing Cow Lights, which is a point. A tangerine, an apple, and I drank about 8 bottles of water yesterday. And then for my dinner after I came home, I had chili, which is a carbohydrate, and fiber. So I don't know. It hadn't kicked in yet. And I had another type of bread. Once you eat a carbohydrate, you crave more. I've said this all along. Yesterday was my carbohydrate day. And I assume I ate what I wanted to eat. I had 2 tortilla wraps, Weight Watchers, 3 points each, with chicken tikka on it. I also had a peanut bar, which I had taken to my fishing tournament with me. And I had an apple tart. The apple tarts by themselves, they're this big. They are ridiculous in calories. Sorry, I'm making my coffee. So altogether yesterday, I had a total of 56 points. 56 pay points. 13 of which went on to my weekly points. That's why in my pictures you'll see my daily pro points, plus you'll see the little green slide of my weekly pro points. I've used 13 of those because I went over my points yesterday. I'm hoping it'll taper off. This is Sunday. But I'm not expecting a gain. I'm not expecting a loss. I don't have any expectations whatsoever. I am trying to relax and get over all this food debacle that I have been in. As far as people saying I have to eat this and I have to eat this. Yesterday I ate exactly what I wanted. I knew what was on that plate at the party. I knew there was carbohydrates all over that plate. And I took a 2-hour out of my fishing competition to come get Mom to enjoy this party that we've been planning on for a long time. So I did what I always do at a party. So I got what I always get at a party. Weight gain. Good, bad, ugly, people. This is how it rolls. God bless you all. That's how we roll. Ta-da. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, everybody. It's Ctrygirl555. This is actually my lunch. oatmeal. It's 8 points. I have 2 sachets of oatmeal, which is 6 pro points. And I have 15 grams of flaxseed, which is 1 pro point, and 15 grams of raisins, which is 1 pro point. So that gives me a total of 8 pro points, and a large banana, which is 0 pro points. So that is 8 pro points for my lunch. Yes, it is September the 11th, 2011. You have to excuse me. Being out in the rain all day yesterday was, yeah. That's why I'm having hot oatmeal for lunch. So good. And I need the flaxseed for the fiber. I need the oatmeal for the fiber content. And I need it for the filling purpose. Right. Break bad, come clean. Yesterday I ate too much. The 56 points would have been okay, but I had carbohydrates. And you know that me and carbohydrates do not get along. Last night when I went to bed I had a headache. My sugar was a bit up. This morning my sugar was perfectly fine. But I know when I get to that stage where I shouldn't be. I had full white bread at the party. I meant to have it. The first time that I had bread, and I don't even know when. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So, like I said, it made me sick. I got sick in the bathroom because it was like stuck right here, and I couldn't breathe. I don't know what that was about, but it was either I was eating it too fast, I was too hungry, or I don't have a clue. But I got so, and I couldn't belch, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't swallow. It was like my chest was hurting so bad. It was horrible. But yeah, I had tuna on white bread at the party, and I had a couple of little sausage rolls, little bitty minis, and a corned beef pasty, which was like that round. You've seen it on my plate from yesterday. And I had one brownie with a double, it wasn't that tall, it was about that big, with my coffee. And I had cheese and onion on the stick. That aside, I have a problem with gluten, people, and my stomach feels so swollen up. For breakfast this morning, I had a Weight Watchers bar with healthy stuff in it. It's higher in fiber than most of my Weight Watchers bar. I had 1 cup of coffee. Since then, I've had 2 cups of peppermint herbal tea, and I've drank 1 full bottle of water and taken my vitamins, and I am working on that 1.5 liter bottle of water. But I had to stop and come in to the kitchen. I am at the table, as you all can see. Hopefully, you can see that I am at the table. See? At the table. And I am having my lunch. It may be a weird lunch to you. It's 1 o'clock. I got up early, but it is a good lunch for me to be having because of the fiber content and everything in it. I'm trying to stay in line with, did the carbohydrates yesterday make me crave food? Yes, it did. It made me eat too big of a bowl of chili last night, which was piled full of pinto beans, which are a carb, but the fiber is supposed to counteract that. And it did, of course, you know, it's all good for me that was in the chili, absolutely. But then I also had two flour tortilla wraps, Weight Watchers, 3 points they are. And even though you can stay within your points, and even though I went over my points, I still had banked points, bonus weekly points to use. it is the types of foods I eat, right? I was a little bit full last night after eating that. I wasn't overly full, but the thing is, I swell up when I eat carbohydrates and my sugar goes high. So it's not something that I do. So I've laid out meat today to throw out and hopes to do what I'm supposed to do. This is all in line with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the break bad. We all do things that we know we shouldn't. I eat what I wanted to eat yesterday. I said when I started out that I was going to. I put the snacks in my fishing bag. I put 10 points worth of snacks in there to eat throughout the day. Those were great. I did not expect to eat those foods at that party. That is the bad, because again, I did what everybody around me done. This, as I said, is a break bad for me, because I don't want to do this. Now, I have been working on this break bad for a long time, and I normally choose wisely and do not do this. But sometimes you give into it, and sometimes it overtakes, and you're just having fun, and just it happens. So I've got to be mindful, which is another thoughtfulness to myself. Break bad, I've got to do. It is Sunday. Like I said, it's around 1 o'clock. I have been just kind of chilling this morning. I'm walking around in high heels. My calves are Charlie horsed to death. My legs and my calves. I don't know if you noticed it, but in the fishing video, the terrain, there's so many trees around the lake that the roots are coming up through the paths and walking up and over, up and over, and up and over all those roots. I have to be so careful, especially it was raining and I could slip and fall. But my break bad about being scared kicks in. So I just go with the flow. When I go with the flow and just walk, I slipped a couple times, never fell down, but with stepping around on the roots and stuff of the trees, it kept me going up and down on my toes, which make me think that that's an exercise that I need to do to build the calves up a little more and give them a little more oomph. Because I'm having a really, really, really tough time with my calves today. Last night they Charlie horsed all night long, so that was pretty rough on my sleeping. Especially my right leg. The calf is outrageous in pain. But I have heels on today, and this is the reason why I have on my heels. Alright, guys? I thought they would keep my calves and everything on an incline. And if you don't know that, wearing heels builds a little shapeliness in your legs and your bottom and your hamstrings and things like that. So I have been walking through the house all day long with the heels on, and outside in the garden, and this TNT, as I call it, this and that. Sorry if I got flaxseed in my teeth. I don't care. You know, I brush my teeth; they're clean, and now I'm eating. I brush after every meal. So, I did get to the doctor, as I said, and I got my Victoza, thank goodness, because I was out, and this morning I needed to take it. Yesterday was my last dosage, so I got there on Friday morning in order to get it. What else was I going to say? My break bad for today is staying in line with eating what I want to eat, counting as the points and everything. I have to realize that the carbohydrates are not good for me, and that I can have them in moderation. But white bread is not an option for me. It's not. I've got to break that. I thought I had it broke. Yesterday being the first time that I had white bread in I can't tell you how long. Long time. It doesn't do me well, people. I definitely have a gluten intolerance. I definitely do. And it's only in certain foods that it really hits me. And hits me hard. The scale said 180, 1.8, I think. I don't know. The first reading wasn't that. It was different. So, you know, it's a pound off. So I'm around 179.8. And so I haven't really gotten over 180. But in my mind, on the scale, I take it as it is. Okay? So that means I got to do something about it. I'm going up when I should be going down or maintaining. And I know the reason and the cause for this is because I am so carbohydrate sensitive. I have a gluten intolerance. I have to do what it takes to stop with that. It appears that I let the pressure of my Weight Watchers leader saying about me eating all the points and everything get to me this week and last week, and that I have not processed it or dealt with it right. So that, in fact, tells me that the emotional pressure that has upon me triggers something in me and causes me to just say, forget it, eat what the hell you want to eat. This is not the mentality I want to have, so I got to break that. I have been struggling and working so hard for these 18 months and 11 days that I do not want to go backwards again. I do not want to ride that roller coaster. I do not want to go around and around in circles. I do not want to be that top that spins and spins and spins and falls over. I am telling you, people, I do not want this. 11 days into the break bad, and I have gained a couple of pounds this week. Not officially, not by Weight Watchers, but as my daily scale weighing tool goes. So this is the reason why I do this, to keep myself in line, keep myself accountable, and keep myself checked. Right? Absolutely 100% thought that me making the homemade chili would cause me to gain a little bit of weight this week. Reason being, it's a carbohydrate. The beans, pinto beans, has a lot of carbohydrates in it. Alright? The tomatoes, you know, vegetables, they're natural carbohydrates. The only thing lean and protein in there is the minced lean turkey. Right. That said, when I have chili, I eat it in a big amount because I'm cold and I want it. I don't eat it in a small portion, and I can't eat it in a small portion for some reason. This is the reason why I have not made chili in months and months and months. So I won't be making chili again for a while. Now, I've not eaten chili every day that I've made it. It has all been put into containers and put into the refrigerator. And even though it's good and healthy, for some reason it's a trigger to me to swell up. And I can't seem to get rid of what I'm putting in my stomach. My stomach feels swollen. And it may have been a trigger into me eating the white bread yesterday. I don't know what that trigger was to eat that white bread. Normally I would not touch it, no matter. Keith has bread, Mom has bread, I would not touch the bread. And like I said, I only eat potatoes like once a week. Okay guys, I've had to walk outside for a minute, and yes, it is raining. That's okay. You know how it is when you don't want to be distracted. I didn't want to be distracted. And my husband had to come into the kitchen to fix his food. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's raining like crazy. I know you might can hear it. Let's see it. But I'm in my greenhouse. So I just stopped eating my lunch and run out the back door because my husband came into the kitchen and disturbed what I was saying. I lost my whole train of thought. You know how you can tell when you're upset with yourself because of something that you actually did to yourself? It's when you have a short fuse. I have a short fuse. I've had this short fuse basically ever since I had to start eating all these points. And it's triggered something into me that I don't like. I absolutely 100% do not like it. So I got to break bad. I really, really got to break bad. I don't want to go above 280. I want to go below 270. My goal is to go down. My goal is not to go around in circles. So today's break bad is not to go in circles. It's several things. It's not to let everything get to me. It's not to keep with this short trigger thing. And guys, my stomach is swollen. If you can see, it's swollen. Alright? Very, very, very. I don't know if you can even see. I just don't. I don't know. But it's swollen and I can feel it. I'm not getting rid of the water like I should, and I'm drinking water and I'm drinking herb tea and I'm doing what I should do. Right? But I'm not going to keep you long today. It's going to be as short as sweet as possible. I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm very, very, very proud of myself and where I've come. I'm disappointed in the sabotage, the obstacles, and the ugly part of this weight loss journey that keeps coming full fold into rotation. I know it's part of it. I accept that it's part of it. And I am dealing with it. And I will continue to deal with it. One day at a time, one step at a time, one meal at a time, one meeting at a time. And I want you to all know, if you're having a bad day, and if something's not going right, there are ways to overcome, to deal, and to get through it. We might not all see it right straight up. We might not all know what exactly it is. And we might not all know how to suss it out to benefit us. But I'm never going to give up. I can't give up. And I know, without a doubt, that I will get to where I'm going. We all have hard times. We all have problems. We all have things that trigger emotional things. Thank the Lord that I have not had a food binge. I have not had a food binge. I have kept accountable to every single thing that's went in my mouth. I have continued to exercise. I have continued to emotionally mindful build a mindset and a mind frame to go forward. I just allow people that may be jealous, may be sabotaging, and may be I allow them to get on my wick. And if you don't know what that means, Mom says it all the time, that's my nerves. I allow them to get on my nerves and to get into my head and, like the devil, and eat and gnaw. And I'm done with it, guys. I am done with it. I said it. I say it again now. I'm done with that. I packed yesterday for my fishing tournament, Then I went to the party. I knew that I was going to have food at the party. I had been expecting this party for quite some time. I had all my bonus points saved. I didn't go off task other than that. But because there was no good choice to choose from, there was no vegetables. There was no fruit. There was absolutely nothing of a good, healthy intake at the party. Nothing. Nothing except coffee. Or what I deem as good being coffee. So I just chose. And I chose what I thought was okay, tuna. But it was on bread. And I should know better. And I should know and accept that if you're going to put bread in your body, Tina, you're going to swell up. Because you have a carb-sensitive problem. You are gluten intolerant. And this is going to happen to you. So realization, first and foremost, of what I've done. Knowing how to fix what I've done. And keeping in the right mind frame and not allowing people to sabotage me. Or for myself to self-sabotage is what I need to think about. Okay, guys? That's how we roll. I love you all. Take care. And do something for good for yourself today so you can do something good for someone else tomorrow. I'll pray for you in hopes that you pray for me. And I'm sorry I'm having to come to you from inside my greenhouse, but it's raining out there, or I'd have been walking the steps in my garden, or I would have stayed in there at the table eating my food, which is now gone cold. But my husband has to eat on the hour, every single hour, and it seems like no matter what time that I have my meal, and I try to have it quiet and peaceful or whatever, something always happens. I'm going to work on that. Yeah. I'm going to work on that. Ta-da, my friends. Ta-da. I'm going to do something today. And I'm going to make it count. I love you. Today's my son's birthday, as I said. I love you, Charlie. I love you so much. I love you. Your mama loves you. Bye, baby. Hey, guys. Ctrygirl555 here. It's September the 11th, 2011. It is about 5:30 p.m. And I had to take my husband to his friend's house. I hadn't planned on getting out today. So I dressed and I was walking around and this and that. And TNT, as I say. And then had a phone call and he needed to go to his friend's house to work on something. So here I am in the car. It seems like I always wind up in the car when I want a day of relaxation to do something for someone else. I really didn't mind taking him. But, I gotta go back and get him. So I really can't get into anything, because then I'll just have to stop and then get back in the car again and then go pick him up and everything. Yeah, being out in that rain yesterday kind of gave me a yeah. So, but I feel alright, I reckon. After I had the oatmeal, which was at 1:30, at 4:30, which was 3 hours later, I had some turkey slices with just mustard on them, just rolled up turkey slices. So that was all protein. It was like 19 grams of protein I had. And I'm trying to stave off hunger. I don't know if anybody has ever noticed, once you have been off of the carbohydrates and then you put some carbohydrates into your body, and by that I mean starchy carbohydrates, you tend to crave them. And not just a little bit. You crave them pretty bad. And So you really have to counteract that. And by that I mean you have to, every time you think you're hungry, just go get something protein-y wise and eat it. And that's what I've done today. I had the oatmeal, which was 8 points, but I had that for the fiber content. And it is a gluten-free oat-based something. Anyways, that said, it says gluten-free on the box. So I don't have an issue with that. It seems to do me okay. You've noticed in the past 2 weeks in a row I had oatmeal almost every single day with flaxseed in it and sultanas or prunes or almonds or this or that. And I lost weight. So I thought for lunch, okay, I'll have the oatmeal, it'll be okay. For breakfast, I couldn't be bothered because I was trying to drink so much stuff and get the liquids in. I needed and I wanted hot herb tea. That's all I really wanted. I wasn't hungry. And those of you, if you notice, on a day that you eat too much food, or like I did yesterday, I had too many pro points. I had 50-something pro points, 13 of which were my bonus points, and 43 which was my daily points, right? Now, this is the girl who's been saying all this time, I can't eat all my points, I can't eat all my points. And I have also been saying the only way I can get in on my points is to eat something not healthy for me, right? Well, that's exactly what I did yesterday with the white bread. And it's caused a trigger in me to wanting more things that are not good for me. And this is what happens to me when I eat starchy carbohydrates. Just consider me a lab rat, okay? I'm doing a case study on myself. And I am trying to figure myself out. I'm a lab rat. And I feel like when I get in this kind of stage, I am on that wheel inside the cage running around and around and around and around. As lab rats do. Never going nowhere. Standing the same ground, but spinning like hell. And that's the way I feel when I get to this stage. If the thought of me going up over 280 pounds is absolutely like a zapper, is driving me insane. And I gotta let go of that. I really do. I have got to let go of that. Because I've done so much work, so much mental work, so much emotional work, so much physical work, so much all over body, inside and out, work over all these months, that I'm not going to just let it go in 1 or 2 days. And I'm not going to just let 2 weeks of what I count as being non-supportive Weight Watcher leader stuff, well, more than 2 weeks, several weeks, get me into this frenzy that it's gotten me into. And my husband says, you're thinking about it too much, blah, 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 blah. Well, I have to think about it. It is a thinking process. It is a thinking game. It is absolutely 100% something that you have got to think about. If I don't think about it constantly all the time, then I'll let myself go, and then I'll be doing the same stupid crap to myself that I was previously doing before I started this journey. That got me sick. I don't want to be that sick anymore ever again. I want to be in control of myself. And when I feel out of control, I don't feel good. I can put on nice clothes, and I can get out of the house, and I can go to the gym, and I can go upstairs and get on the recumbent bike, and I can walk around, and I can move a little bit, and I can do a lot of things to help myself. But when I allow somebody to emotionally break me down, and which I have,
I have absolutely done that, and I can't get over it because it is the Pisces in me. I am such a good-hearted person, and I let somebody break me down, and I just need to just, do something different. I gotta do something different. Change is good, right? I cannot let somebody break me down. And when it's somebody that you look up to and that you're looking to for advice and different things like that, it makes it that much harder. You know, I know I've been on this spiel for several days now, and I think that it all stems off the same thing. And so, like I said in my previous video to now, I'm definitely going to have to change Weight Watchers leaders. I'm going to go to my regular Weight Watcher meeting on Wednesday morning. And I am going to go to the 5:30 Weight Watcher meeting with the other lady. I know that's going to give me a really full day. But I think it is a change that is absolutely necessary for my mental, emotional stability. And on this journey, we need to know that we can be stable, right? And even though I haven't had a gain, that I've got on a scale and gained, I can feel it coming. And it doesn't terrify me, it mortifies me. I do not want it. I don't want to go around and around. I had that for so long that it was so miserable and so painful and so unhappy that the anticipation of it is a debacle. I just want to scream. I honestly want to scream. So, I'm not going to be talking about this any longer. I am going to do something about it. I have got to do something about it. I am worrying myself, see? I am, it's like the never-ending bloody wheel. I mean, really. I'm scared to go to the kitchen. I'm scared to change the channel on the TV because I'm afraid I'm going to see cooking shows that's going to send off a trigger and make me hungry. All because I've tried to eat more points as I was told. And in eating more points, I had to eat stuff that wasn't good for me. And those things that weren't good for me, I should not have ever eaten them. But they put in a trigger into my mind of me wanting and craving more different things. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Do you have a clue? You got those triggers, right? Just like we have food staples that we have to have in our daily diet so that we can get through it. Well, we also got those triggers as well. And it's not pretty. It's not a pretty feeling. It is an emotional breakdown when you are trying so hard that you live, eat, breathe, sleep the program. And everything you do revolves around it, which is good because it keeps you mindful. And at this stage of the journey, you have to be so very mindful. I cannot wait until tomorrow morning, Monday morning, to have a circuit class with Allison. If that circuit class doesn't help me, then Tuesday night I'll have another one. And then Wednesday I'll have a 2-hour one. If that one doesn't help me, then Thursday night I'll have another one. And Friday morning I'll have another one. And if that one doesn't help me, I will do something else. I'm not going to give in to this. I'm not going to give up. I'm just not. And I got to give myself a little more credit than to think that I would lay down right now when I know that I won't and I can't, because it's not in me to quit. It just ain't. It ain't in me to quit. And I gotta keep pressing forward, guys. I'm not on a rant today. I'd like some feedback on this video. If you've been where I'm sitting right now, and if you can understand anything that I'm saying, please, you know, I need some constructive criticism, constructive outtakes, something constructive. I need advice. Have you all been at a place where you're looking up to someone and they're in a position as a role model, and then they put you down and let you down and then throw all this stuff on you that you can't handle? Let me know. Because as you can tell, topsy-turvy is where I've turned, as from my several videos, right? Yesterday I was a cool chicken because I was fishing, right? Nothing could touch me. But I did overeat. And I did it thinking it was okay. And knowing good and well that eating that white bread that I eat with tuna on it was going to make me not well. It was going to send my sugar up, and it did. It gave me a massive headache. I didn't feel good, and it sent me into a not a binge. No, I've not gotten to that far yet, and that's what I'm trying to prevent. Not a binge, but it sent me into that tangent that I am on the edge of, oh my goodness, what can I eat next? What is going to stop this? Or what can I put in my mouth? Right? Because it's like the domino effect, guy. Knock one over and they all fall if they're in line. And that's the way I feel. I feel like I've been knocked over a little bit, and I can't straighten myself back up not to knock everything I've built down. So, if you understand anything that I've said, because I don't know if I'm talking in circles like I feel like I'm going in circles. Please. Please, please, please. Pray for me. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. I know somebody out there's been here. I know you've been here. I know. So, please, criticize, advice, something. I need you. You've always been there when I needed you, and I need you now. Yeah, I'm sitting in the car talking to you. Yeah, I've been sitting in the car for an hour and 10 minutes. Listen to it rain. Till I started to talk to you. You know why? Because I don't want to go in the house and watch game shows and watch cooking shows. And because my husband is at his friend's and I got to go pick him up. And I'm waiting for him to call. Out of sight, out of mind, is it? Yeah. I should have went on and went to the caravan tonight and just had one night by myself, and tomorrow and come back. Last night, when I went last night. But I was so tired from the fishing competition. So that ship sailed, and nothing I could do about it. But, I'm going to win this fight. A whole year now that I've been doing YouTube videos, y'all have watched me struggle. You've seen everything. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me go up and down and in and out and around and around. And you've seen all that I've gone through. And those of you that know me know my strengths. You know my weaknesses. You know how I struggle. You know everything about me. Somebody out there's got a solution to my little problem. I love you all. I do. I love you all. I pray for you in hopes that you pray for me, and that's how we roll. That is indeed how we roll. I want you to do something today for yourself so you can do something for someone else tomorrow. Because there's so many people that need some help. They need something. And maybe one of us can help them out and give it to them. Okay? Alright, guys. I love you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ta-da! You'll probably see me at the gym in the morning. Alright. Ta-da. Bye.